Welcome back to the channel. It's Don's Graphics here. In this tutorial we're going to be designing this awesome travel agency flyer for the Royal Dutch Airlines using our Pixellab application. If you are joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe, turn on notification so you are not left out whenever other new contents are released. Right now, without wasting much of your time, let's get started with Pixellab. So guys, this is Pixellab, the application that we are using to design this, and I'm going to delete the default text, then go over here on the three dots to set our size, and the size we are using is 3x4. And click OK and I just good to go. After that, go to background setting here and thereabout, click on the background setting here. About that, go to color, and we're using this awesome color for our background, right? So I just want to show you the color code for this dark blue. The color code is 0D47A1 if you want to maintain the same kind of color grading that we're using here. So after achieving this, you want to go to your stickers by clicking on this middle button. You click on stickers and you have one here. So what happens with the sticker is you just select it and click on the screen, right? If you click on the check mark, it will disappear. So just stretch this out neatly, and let's go to color and change this to also this other light blue grading. So I will show you the color code for this other color. The color code is 00FF9. Thereabout, you're going to click OK, and the next thing that we're going to do right now is to change so after getting the color code, what we're going to do is to ensure that this is to the middle of our design, and you can even use position the copy button, make a duplicate of this, all right, and make sure it's also to the middle of our page. Go to layer and lock everything up. Once you've achieved this, you want to go now to bring the other section of our background, which is this. So this is actually a summer travel time poster for the Royal Dutch Airlines. So with me here, I have this beautiful beach background. Actually, I worked this out using Pixellab. Click on relative position to make sure it's on the middle, and about that, just try to strike a balance here by ensuring it's way down to the bottom of our page. Then after achieving that, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you've liked the video. Drop your comments, I'll be reading through. Now after achieving all of this, the next thing we want to do is to go to our import button. We're not done with the background yet. I'm going to go now to import button, and on import I have this other resource that I want to share with you here. Okay, so basically I will be sharing these resources with you on the video description below. Just want to check this out. All right, so we're going to increase this in size, use our relative position to make sure it's on the middle. You want to send it up a bit, and go to layer, then you lock this up. So I believe by now you can now see how the background is coming out to be. So once you have achieved this, go back to your import button, and we have a globe element that I want us to use, and this is the globe element here with me. Okay, so here we are. What you're going to do is to go to erase color, enable it, use the color picker, which is this other small tiny button, and pick out the blue color, just like what you are seeing right now. So we're going to pick this out. All right, so let's pick the blue color out and increase tolerance. Okay, so I believe you can now see the impact. The globe element has blended well with our background. Size it up, then use relative position to ensure that it's also on the middle. Go to layer and you can lock this up. Then we have some bird elements, just like the sky look. Okay, just like the sky looks, we want to bring some bird elements, and I have them with me here. All right, so here we are with our bird element. I'm going to reduce this in size, position it somewhere here, then make a copy of it, reduce this further. Okay, so it appears as though the first one is closer and the second one is a little bit far. Okay, so that is the logic behind this. Okay, good. So just make sure you have locked everything up. So I believe by now you can see that this is exactly how a summer sky looks like. All right, obviously this is a summer travel design, so we are just making sure that everything looks like it's summer for real. So I have these other elements. Okay, I'm going to bring this out, bring this in. Okay, just bring this in, use selective position to ensure that it's somehow in the middle. All right, for now, and we're going to copy it to create a shadow. So I've shown you here severally how you can create shadows using Pixellab. So this is the easiest way to create shadow. First of all, go to opacity. Once you have copied this, go to opacity, reduce it, strike it to 0, click on your check mark, then you want to go to shadow. So this is shadow on Pixellab. Click on shadow, enable it, and then we're going to increase the blurriness to 100%. Then click on this plus button to set the intensity of the shadow. So we're going to reduce the opacity of the shadow a bit, just to this length. Then we can now send this to the back of the first element. By doing that, you just want to go to layer to achieve that. So we're going to send this to the back, shift it to forward to the back of this first element. Okay, good. Now after shifting it to forward that way, what we're going to do is to go to our position button, try to shift this a bit. Okay, then look at what we're going to do. We're going to go to eraser to erase the upper portion of this shadow. So we're going to basically erase the upper section of this. So let's just erase. We want the shadow to cast just down. All right, so that's why we're going to erase and leave just the downer section of this. And you can now see that the shadow, let me send it to front so you can see. So you can now see that the shadow is just the minute section. All right, you just want to place this here, then go back now and shift it to fall exactly to the back. You can enable your position button to make sure that it's perfectly in place. Now traveling is all about luggages, so I have this other luggage with me here. Okay, so please, as you follow, make sure that you have subscribed to the channel and turn on notification to always receive updates whenever we bring other new and amazing content. So right now I'm going to place this here, then I'm going to go to layer and push this to the back. Okay, let's push this to the back of this, then we'll make a copy also because we want to create the same shadow. Now what we're going to do is to lock these two. Okay, let's lock these ones, then we'll click on this and increase it in size. So we can increase this in size a bit, then push it this way. Okay, push it so well to fall exactly here. Now make a copy of this and repeat the same procedure for the creation of shadow by reducing opacity, and also go to your shadow option. This is shadow here, enable shadow, and let's give it reduce the intensity of our shadow, increase the blurriness, and go back to eraser. We are erasing the upper section of this image, so we want the shadow just to cast on the downer section, just like so. So I believe you can now see this. All right, what we're going to do is to go to layer and push it to the back. Okay, let's push it to the back, and use your position button to do the necessary alignments here. Okay, so everything is well in place and the shadows are actually casting. Now after achieving all of these, you want to go to layer, select all the luggages, and just make sure that they're on the middle. Okay, make sure it's on the middle, align it well, and make sure that it's locked up now. Good. So after locking everything up, let's bring in now, we're going to bring in a plane image. Okay, let's bring in a plane image, the image of a plane. I think this is all about traveling. So with me here, I'm going to bring in the image of a plane, so can get this. Okay, perfect. Now look at what we're going to do. Right, we're going to rotate this a little, make it slanty as though the plane wants to land. Okay, bring it here this way. Then we're going to shift it now to fall right below this other element. I'm going to shift it to fall just below. Okay, I should fall just below this other element, I mean this cloud. Okay, so that it can appear as though the plane is, let's reduce it in size a bit. All right, reduce it in size a bit. Then you can now see that from all indications the plane is actually coming out of the clouds. So that is what we really wanted to achieve, and so far it's achievable. Now after positioning everything this way, you can now realize that we need text to make our design speak. So we're going to go to text. We're going to text, select a new text and write the Royal Dutch Airlines. So this is the name of the company, the Royal Dutch Airlines. Let's really make this in caps, and then we're going to give it a blue color, same like the color of our background. Go now to font by using HK Grotex. Reduce this in size drastically, but then go to spacing, space it to 100%. Okay, so you want to still reduce this in size, use spacing to make sure it's on the middle. Okay, good. So what we're going to do is to shift these birds a little bit to the left, further to the left. Okay, a little further to the left. Then we can increase this a little for visibility sake, so it can be more visible. Good. So we have the Royal Dutch Airlines now, and the last text that we're going to add to wrap up the design is to go to text. So go to text, write travel. Okay, write travel. But now as you write travel, we're going to use a script font which has paddling issues. So put a gap before and after paddle. So and after travel, sorry, and make it this way. Increase it in size, give it the same color. So we're going to give it this same blue color. Let's go to font, and the font we're using is called signature font. You can get this font freely on the font. So you see the paddling is there. So paddling means part of a text is hidden, so we don't want that. That's why we're very careful with that. So we have travel. Okay, I have travel. Then we are going to put this summer. Let's write this summer. Good. Make this also to be in to have the same blue color. Go to font and use HK Grotex as your font here. Reduce this a little bit, position it just directly below this text. Okay, let's increase this again. I have travel, then just position this neatly like so, and we have to make sure that this is on the middle of our page. Then we now shift this also properly to fall just directly below this other first text. So as you can see, this is how we've come about achieving this Royal Dutch Airlines travel poster using our Pixellab application. I hope by now you must have subscribed to the channel, but if you have not done so, please kindly subscribe, because when you subscribe you actually understand our tutorials the more. So what you're going to do now is to save your design Okay, let's save our design, and mind you, I'm sharing all these resources on the link provided in the video description. First of all, comment, then check the link, you will get the resources from there. So guys, our work is done saving, and that's just how you can design travel poster on Pixellab using your Android smartphone. It was nice doing this design with you. I'm hoping to see you in our next tutorial. Please subscribe to the channel. Stay blessed.